thing that finally set me over the edge was something that the great Mike Greeny said on his show this morning on Get Up. Take a quick listen, guys.
The blatant disrespect that it was shown to Josh Allen earlier on this program and is routinely shown to Josh Allen. Again, he is the only quarterback we do that with. We don't even do it with Lamar Jackson. With Lamar, it's always, will he have more than 1.5 total touchdowns? Josh Allen is the one that we hold to a different standard, and he is asked to do the most.
Okay. So I'm tired of hearing about all this stuff about Josh Allen. Guys, we know that Josh Allen is a great quarterback. We know that he's a franchise-level quarterback. He's a quarterback that you can, if you build a team around him, win the Super Bowl with. That doesn't mean that we can't talk about him turning the ball over like we do every other quarterback. Josh Allen has led the league in interceptions and turnovers since he entered the NFL back in 2018. That's a bad stat. It's a stat directly related to the quarterback. When the quarterback turns it over as many times as Josh Allen has, it's going to cost you games. Let's look at this. Let's look at what happened this season against the Jets. Game 1, Aaron Rodgers goes down. The game should be easily won by Buffalo, right? No, it wasn't won easily because Josh Allen once again had 4 turnovers. There were 4 critical turnovers. I understand that with every quarterback, every interception, every fumble is not created equally. It's not like what we see. Guys will throw it. Ball gets tipped in the air, then it gets caught interception. Okay, that happens sometimes. It's a great play by the defensive player. But there are some interceptions that were just flat out bad. Look at the Philadelphia game, the one interception that has been highlighted, but some people say unfairly, but it's part of being a quarterback. He threw an out route, he threw an inseam to Stephon Diggs. The cornerback from the Philadelphia Eagles jumped it and picked it off. That's a bad turnover. It's a critical point in the game where you can't have that. Gabe Davis is opening the end zone for the Bills to win this football game late. They have miscommunication. We marvel at the great quarterbacks in the game, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, for the plays that they make, how great they are in critical points of the game, and how well they execute down the stretch in critical points of the game. When they don't do that, they're going to get criticized. So all this crap about how, okay, we're absolutely crucifying the NFL's golden boy, so to speak. Like, he can't do any wrong. He's a quarterback in the NFL. When interceptions and turnovers directly related to Josh Allen happen, we need to talk about it. Y'all going to force me to do it again. Lamar Jackson, my quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. The game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, where the receivers dropped 8 passes. There were 8 passes dropped, guys. 3 of them were touchdown passes that they dropped. You know what was the big topic of discussion? The interception in the end zone. The fumble at the end of the game. That's the first thing they brought up. They didn't say anything at first about the drops. They didn't say anything about all the stuff that was going on with the receivers. They didn't talk about Lamar during his MVP season where all he had to throw to was basically Mark Andrews, who was a tight end playing wide receiver number 1. The guys on the outside were Marquise Brown and Willie Snead. 2 guys y'all probably don't even remember. Marquise Brown is playing in Arizona now for a 3-10 football team. It always comes back to what did he do wrong. We don't talk about the great things that Lamar Jackson does in the game. We don't talk about how well the playoff game in 2019 when they lost. Because you're an elite quarterback, we're going to hold you to the same standard. Get it done in critical points of the game. Stuff like that can't happen if you want to win. That's related to the quarterback. The quarterback gets all the praise when the team wins. He and rightfully so will get most of the blame when the team loses. But no, we can't talk about the great Josh Allen. We can't crucify him. If we do that, we're being unfair. We're criticizing him to a degree that's not fair to other quarterbacks. And we don't talk about that like that. That's false. If anything, we're just as bad, if not worse, with the guys like Lamar Jackson whenever they screw up. Guys, not that long ago on ESPN First Take, my favorite show, there was a question brought up: is Lamar Jackson worth the money? Are the Ravens getting their money's worth with Lamar Jackson? After that bogus performance by wide receivers of the Ravens, dropping all of those passes, dropping touchdown passes, the question was directly related to Lamar Jackson because of the one interception he threw in the end zone, which I agree was a bad throw. It was a bad play overall, but that's the highlight. It's not about all the plays that should have been made, how this game should not have been close, how the Steelers had no business winning that football game if you watched it. No, it was about Lamar and his mistakes. So I don't want to hear this anymore about where Josh Allen is being unfairly criticized. No, he's being criticized exactly how he should be. Because if you're that good and we're talking about you as much as you are talking about you're probably the second best quarterback outside of Patrick Mahomes? Where were you in the playoff games? Where were you in the playoff game against Joe Burrow when he came up in there and beat you guys? Where were you when you had another shot at Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs and you didn't get it done? It's the same thing. We're allowed to talk about great quarterbacks and the good things that they do, but we're also allowed to criticize when they don't do well. Leading the league in interceptions or turnovers, so to speak, since you've been drafted, that's not a good stat. I'm sorry. That's not a good stat. And we're allowed to talk about it. We're allowed to criticize you. It's not that we're taking a clean shot at Josh Allen because we hate the guy. Josh Allen has basically been dubbed the golden boy of the NFL. He can't do no wrong. He needs more help. Let's get him Stephon Diggs, all-world receiver. It's not enough. Let's get him a defense. Now the Buffalo Bills are 6-6. Still got a chance to make the playoffs, but we're not allowed to basically give Josh Allen a lot of this blame because, the defense got hurt. Guys haven't really been showing up. Diggs hasn't really shown up. Davis, no, I don't want to hear that. Because when Lamar Jackson had the same issue, when guys got hurt, when guys weren't catching the football, he still found ways to win games. But we still question, is he really a franchise quarterback? Is he worth the money? It's the same stuff every single year. It's still going on. The only way that this man can silence all of the critics that are still being hummed around is if he wins a Super Bowl. Josh Allen can go and lose a million playoff games, but he's still the guy. He played really good. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We can't criticize him like that. Stop. I'm tired of that. Josh Allen's a really good player. He's a great quarterback. He deserves his money. He's a franchise quarterback. But leading the league in turnovers is a really bad stat if you're a quarterback. That's just all there is to it. So if we're going to kill Lamar Jackson for every little mistake that he makes, why the hell can't we say the same thing about Josh Allen? Like we would say about any other quarterback in the league. What's so different about him that we can't do that? It's not unfair. I'm tired of people saying it's unfair. It's not. It's reality. If you screw up, we're going to talk about it. When you do well, we're going to talk about that too. I don't see what the issue is with that. That's one of the things that was burning me up all week about this. Like, we can't talk about Josh Allen when he makes a mistake. Yes, we can. That's part of the game. Especially when your mistakes have directly led to some losses. I don't want to hear this about 12 men on the field when the Broncos missed the field goal. It shouldn't have got there. You're part of the reason the game got to that point. It shouldn't have got there. You shouldn't have lost to Denver at home. You shouldn't have lost it to Zach Wilson and the freaking New York Jets. And it never should have got to that point. But it got there directly because of you. That's the part that they don't want to talk about. It got there because of you. And we can't criticize you? No. Hell with that.